You may be well aware of brand accounts hiring millennials pretending to be Gen Zers, or boomers pretending to be millennials pretending to be Gen Zers on Twitter. Like, for example, when Samsung Mobile US thirsted over BTS.
Yeah, but this is just a smart marketing ploy to recruit the unknown power of army, as we know that BTS and Samsung are affiliated with each other.
Or the time when Netflix tweeted this. What's something you can say during sex, but also when you manage a brand Twitter account? And then we got this whole horde of replies I wish I had never read. Like Petco saying, "We hope you enjoyed these new toys." I really hope you guys are like sterilizing that thing after your dog chews on them and you shove it up your... Some were a little bit demure, like Snickers saying satisfied. It's not in the territory where I feel uncomfortable, but then we had kettle chips. You can go elbow deep in me. Sir, you are a fried potato. It's a strange sight to say, in the very least, but it almost feels wrong. Like they're going against the very foundation of our socially constructed definition of professionalism, whereby a person's personality and individualism is reduced into a sterile, palatable subversion of themselves dressed in colorless clothing to act as a corporation worshipping cog in the capitalist machine. Hi, it's itsdivyagrg. What does the G stand for? The G stands for many things. Human rights, equality, gonorrhea. Big book accounts like the Hunger Games. And I noticed recently that they're still tweeting. And it got me questioning, who is running these brand accounts? This is the official Twitter account for the Hunger Games franchise. They said that the fire will burn forever. And you know what? They're not half wrong, you know? Especially when the government be taking Ellie Goulding's advice when she was like, we're gonna let it burn, 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 burn. And that's exactly their policy on global warming right now. This was the tweet that sent me up to heaven. And then heaven kicked me out and they were like... You really thought Kim Kardashian, for her 40th birthday, took her entire family to a private island so that they could basically pretend like the world wasn't in a global pandemic. Rich people be doing rich people things with their rich people money. And people were like, literally people out here dying. She's not gonna be out here pretending to suffer the same like everyone else, because she is not like everyone else. The Hunger Games tweeted this. After 2 weeks of multiple health screens and asking everyone to quarantine, I surprised my closest inner circle with a trip to a private island where we could just pretend things were normal for just a brief moment of time. And then they put this like shoddy low resolution picture of a catching fire poster. And I'm just thinking,
How does this make any sense? This is making no sense.
You can't pretend things are normal when the Jabba mutts are out here eating your skin. Secondly, it's the fact that this picture is just low quality. Like, you know, they pulled this off of Google Images. Alright, cool, they're retweeting some fan accounts, quite normal behavior. But then you just get this demonic thing. A bread thread fresh from J. Hutch's oven. Now, I don't know if that's meant to be dirty, but that'd be kind of dirty to me. And then you have young Josh, very cute, and you just got some dough. And he transforms into a croissant. The baguettes are kind of dry, so unless they're saying this picture is dry, like, I don't know where they were going with this thread or what they were thinking. They just thought, what, Peter? Bread. Thread. Plainest bread in the world next to this picture of Josh Hutcherson. Now, I don't know if they meant this thread to be an insult. Now, this is stan behavior right here. You cannot tell me that this is not like someone who used to own like a big Hunger Games stan account and then now they're just tweeting to dead, deactivated accounts. There's this moment where the Hunger Games literally became a J-Hodge stan account. I think this is definitely a Gen Z / millennial person. And then I was like, wait, what about all the other big accounts back in like 2008, 2012 era? Like, what happened to Twilight? I feel like Twilight is like, I don't know, Britney Spears. Like, Britney Spears' career ended like a long time ago, but she's still out here, do you know what I mean? And that's exactly what Twilight is. And they're taking their entire content off of funny TikToks who still reminisce about Twilight. So then I'm like, all right, let's check Divergent and see if the Divergent series are doing anything, 'cause we all know that flow. Reminiscing on the making of #Divergent. Like, if you just look at these tweets, like, you have to be a die-hard Divergent fan to even find any of these tweets remotely interesting. Because it's just so stale. The Fault in Our Stars has one as well. It's called The Fault Movie. Like, they ain't tweeted since 2019. And then their last tweet from before then was 2018. I feel like The Fault in Our Stars Twitter just knew when to stop. But sometimes I do feel like it reminds me of when Michael Jackson's company were releasing music after he died, and it was like, mate, just let the man rest in peace. Some of the brand accounts are just a little bit cringe. It's like when old people try to relate to the youth and they use slang that they don't understand, and it just ends up sounding like this.
Yas Queen, Skinny Legend, Versace boots the house down. Slay Queen, Hunty Mama, and Oop Daddy work. Charlie XCX, snatch my wig.
Sometimes it gets more than cringe, and it actually becomes a little bit harmful when you don't know how to handle these accounts. There's a publishing company called Entangled Teen, and word on the street says that one of the CEOs of Entangled Teen, their daughter is like good at social media. And so she goes on to the Entangled Teen TikTok, which says, "Views expressed here don't necessarily reflect the views of Entangled Publishing." Like, if it doesn't reflect the views of Entangled Publishing, why is your handle Entangled Teen? The perks of nepotism. And she got into real trouble when she posted this TikTok basically talking about straight authors writing about LGBTQ plus characters and how cancelled. And one of the authors that has a book around the topic was basically forced to come out as not to be labeled as a straight author writing about issues that they don't understand. Okay, I know that cancelling is like this huge trend right now, like people really out here really with a magnifying glass trying to find out what's wrong with this, that and the other. Oh, that girl did something problematic, time to cancel. We love pointing out what's wrong with other people, but sometimes, you know, we have to smell our own bad breath. There are times when it's necessary and times when it's constructive and productive, but there's also times when it's just like, go take a shit, darling. You clearly have something stuck up your ass. And I think this is exactly why people say that the book Twitter community is so toxic, because we're all out here being Henry VIII, like divorce them, behead them, kill them. These companies who are letting their brand accounts just be a little bit more funny, challenging the idea of what do we think a corporate image should be like, right? And I think it adds that little human element, that little human touch, which is refreshing, and it actually makes you interested. And I think like it's a really smart marketing idea. And to be honest, I just like seeing big brands just like beefing it out sometimes. Or I think there is a real skill to like appealing to a large group on the internet. But I do think it's important to be at least wary of the impact of what you're saying, especially if you are in charge of a big corporate account. Apart from this queen, like this queen. So let me know what you guys think about either book Twitter drama or nepotism or like capitalism, or, you know, these social media brand accounts. What do you guys think about the way that they're trying to be more human? I guess that's all I wanted to say, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.